Hello. Before beginning today's topic, I like to share with you that you are a genius, you are special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is why is trauma so hard to overcome? Now, to understand this, we have to understand the human physiology. We have to understand what makes memories, what are memories, and why are they stored? So let me just come out of the gates with it. You live through your most energetically charged memory. Your most energetically charged memory has the biggest neural network in your brain. So this is, in short, why trauma is so hard to overcome. Because we can all agree a traumatic moment experience is very energetic. So let me break it down to you from beginning to end. A traumatic moment, a traumatic memory, and why it's so difficult to overcome. And in the end, we're going to say that we've all experienced trauma to a degree, we've all experienced negative situations, and the secret is to live from the heart, to start rewiring and making new neural networks by maintaining an elevated emotion. So, the moment that the human body puts all of its attention on the external world, the brain takes a snapshot. And the most energetic memory is the largest neural network in the human mind. And that is what you live through unconsciously. So, how does this affect us? The reason trauma is so hard to overcome is because it is an unseen hand. The human physiology is so amazing. We are the most amazing being on the planet, animal on the planet, for that our survival needs are always met. Well, this isn't by luck, ladies and gentlemen. This is because the brain, the physiology of the human being allows this to happen. What happens and why are negative experiences. By negative, I mean experiences that cause the release of stress hormones. Stress hormones put us in survival mode. Why are negative experiences more readily available and remembered? 9 out of 10 people live through the confines, the neural network of their most energetically charged memory. And for 9 out of 10 people, that memory is a negative one. Now, let me tell you why. Your brain, the physiology of the human being, makes it so that whenever we experience a negative situation that we know releases stress hormones, and that is being in the state of survival, our brain, the physiology of the human being, remembers these experiences more so that if they happen again, we know how to get out of them. Now, let me repeat that. The human being is so intelligent that it will remember situations, experiences that cause stress hormones, being whenever we are in survival mode, the physiology of the human being will make it so that we remember these situations, experiences, so whenever and if they occur in the future, we can quickly get out of danger. So, a traumatic experience. What this means is that at that moment, all of my attention was in my external life. All my energy was pointed externally. Why? To get out of the situation. It's that flight or fight mode. So all of my energy is now externally pointing. At that moment, the brain takes a snapshot. This is called a refractory period. The goal of the human being is to lessen their refractory periods. Why is this important? Well, if we don't, we live through the confines of our most energetically charged memory. We've talked why, for 9 out of 10 people, this is going to be a negative memory, a negative experience. Why again? Because the physiology of the human being makes it so that we take a picture, a snapshot, when all of our energy is being flushed and used in highly energetic situations that are causing the body to be in survival mode, aka releasing stress hormones. So why? So we know what to do in the future if this happens again. Why is this important? Well, we now understand, we accept, okay, so my trauma, what it is, it's a memory that is very energetic. And the reason that my life is stuck to it is because it has the biggest neural network in the memory. And my brain lives in those confines. So now to overcome it, to step above this is something in the world of metacognition. Metacognition is being conscious of thought, emotion, and actions. Well, we recognize that my most energetic memory, and chances are for me, it's a negative experience, is what I live through. So now to become above that, to overcome it, that means we have to do something to start rewiring the neural circuitry in our brain. Why? Because if not, that is the neural circuit. That is my hard drive. It doesn't matter what programs I could do on this computer. If this hard drive, if the software, excuse me, if the hardware allows it, then I can do it. But whenever we're talking in this world of trauma, the hardware, it can't do anything else. You can't try to apply new software because the fundamental aspect of any technology is first the hardware. We got to get the hardware and then see what software we can utilize. Let's take Apple for example. Every time they're going to upgrade their hardware, their chips, and so what happens? All the tech companies go out and build software that can run on this hardware. So let's take the hardware and make that a metaphor to your most energetically negative experience. That is your hardware. So how to overcome trauma, how to overcome this is to start creating inside of you an elevated emotion. Why is this important? Well, let's say you're not living conscious as you can be. And you can be 100% conscious if you live through the heart because you will quickly find that I can do this effortlessly and that's going to result in you doing it forever. This means that you're always going to be carrying an elevated emotion. Let me digress. So we've discussed the you live through the most energetically charged memory, which that memory is of negative hormones. Okay? So the brain sends out electrical signals. The body has no option but to pick up on those. We're not conscious, so this means my body is going to pick up on these negative electrical signals that come from my memory bank, which is a negative experience, a traumatic experience. Why? Because my body is going to remember these situations so in the future, I know how to get out of them. Well, the body has no option but to create more of these chemicals because I'm not consciously signaling to the brain or signaling to the body otherwise. Now, what if it's not a predator, a danger, a threat that is causing me to be in survival mode? What if it's our parents? What if it's our kids? What if it's my coworker next to me pushing all my emotional buttons? Well, this means that I can't get out of this stress hormone, this survival mode, so I'm constantly geared to my most my most elevated negative memory. So to overcome this, we can call it metacognition, or we can simplify it and say, well, I'm going to start making myself feel a certain way. So now my brain, it's going to start picking up on my chemical signals that are now different. And now that I'm firing off, this means that my thoughts are going to begin to change because it has no other option. And now I'm beginning to rewire, recircuit, plant new neural pathways. And the best way to do this is by living through the heart. I invite you to join my family. If you haven't experienced trauma, we've all had negative situations, negative experiences, and we know that the biology of the human body makes it so tough for me to get out of these survival chemicals, electrical thoughts, so I am prepared. But enduring this state for an extended amount of time, you start to deplete your sources, your life. I invite you today to join my family. We are individuals that live from the heart and are masters of teaching the art of living through the heart. With this membership also comes two meditations daily, a weekly meditation, and a monthly meditation. I also invite you to share this video with your mastermind group, with your loved ones, with your kids, with your best friends, and comment below. What do you do with your trauma? How do you go about it? And also share with me if this has helped you and paved a new way, and share with me topics you'd like for me to cover in the future. I hope to see you on the side of light. Goodbye.